hands out pornographic DVDs to their 6th graders on accident. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you think your kid's getting this nice graduation party DVD, you pop it in a thing, and now there's obviously not a graduation party happening.
Nope. It's crazy because it wasn't that one student got a copy of pornography. It wasn't two. The entire class. How much porn was burned onto these DVDs? Like, how do you accidentally mix up that much pornography and send it to all these students? Like, I don't understand how that happens. It's not like, hey, here's all the graduation. Oh, I accidentally slipped my porn into one of them and one of the kids got it. No, every kid got a copy. Every kid. So who's burning that much pornography? Like, who's sitting there and just like burning? Like, at what point do you not realize I'm putting the wrong thing on these DVDs for these kids? Like, how do you not notice that?
Yeah, it's a colossal mistake. It's like
Colossal.
colossal.
That's the word.
It's like the level of you wake up in the morning and instead of making a cup of coffee, you make a cup of bleach. Like, how do you screw that up that badly that your whole job is just printing, manufacturing, and distributing DVDs? How do you screw that up that much? You're just like, did they just name the files incorrectly? Like, were they like Gangbang 6 and then they get the graduation
And that's it.
Graduation.
Yeah, it's G. Throw it in
Hey
there.
man, they were next to each other. Maybe he clicked on the wrong one and he was just popping disc out. And he wasn't watching. It's not like he's going to sit there and be like, hold on, let me put this in. But I feel like before I gave it to whoever needs to get it, I would watch one copy just to make sure there's no like skips or something that makes me look like I did a bad job.
Absolutely.
As someone who has edited and distributed DVDs, every single one, like the first master copy, I would sit there, I watched the whole thing, despite going through hours of watching that footage while editing it, sit there for 2-3 hours, just like, all right, cool, I've seen this 20 times now. But you gotta make sure there's no skips and there's no porn.
Exact. You don't want porn on my 6th grader's TV.
I'd be pretty mad.
It's crazy. It's crazy because could you imagine if when people got them, they received them at home, they didn't even look at it and go, now I can send this to your grandmother and grandfather and they can see it. And they send it out without even looking. They go, oh, it came in the mail. Yikes. And sometimes families don't put it in the check it themselves. So they go, oh, it's in the mail, great. Get an envelope, we're gonna send it to your grandmother and grandfather. And they send it, and it's like, oh, the grandmother and grandfather are so excited to get the rest of the family together. They got the pets sitting by the couch. And they're like, oh man, we're gonna see young Riley graduate today. We'll put on young Riley, and all of a sudden like Border Bangers comes on. You're just like, what is this? And they're like, oh, maybe this is just an advertisement before it's graduation. Maybe it's just an ad, but I don't know. Like, and all of a sudden they just see just a whole bunch of nudity and just explicit things, and they're just like, oh my god, like, could you imagine that happening? That's terrifying.
You're the bad guy in that situation. Like, say I am the grandfather, and you send the tape to me, and I put it in there, and I'm like, I always hated Ray.
Yeah, like, you're gonna think I play like an ultimate prank or a troll, and they're gonna be like, hit me up like, why'd you send me porn? I was like, I didn't send you porn, I sent you my graduation. And like, you have this discussion of like, no, I'm pretty sure it's porn. Now, what if the grandfather was like, oh, I'm so happy you sent me this.
No!
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Because I love your graduation, it was great. Are they all like this? I'm coming next year in more ways than one.
But the problem is let's even go into that. Like,
More ways than
you know
one.
how mad they would be? Like, the grandfather just can't take the DVD now and be like, well, I'm going to the study. Like, no! Everyone knows because everyone's sitting there watching it. They're like, wow, Grandpa's taking the DVD. I'm gonna go dispose of the DVD.
I'm gonna go get out of it.
Grandpa, you don't get the DVD. I'm throwing it out.
Else.
Everyone's got that weird cousin and uncle though, watching the background like, yo, can I get it though? Can I keep that copy? Like, and what do you even do to the person responsible for that? Like,
how does the school
like how do you fix that? You can't fix that. Like, as a school, you just look completely in the wrong here for allowing this to get out. And then even if the school says, hey, we didn't edit the thing, we just had a guy edit it, but like, you're the face, so everyone's gonna come to you and do that. And then like, what happens to the editor? Like
they kill him.
Do they lose? Yeah, do they kill him? Does he lose his job? Like, what happens? I just don't understand, like you said, how he just didn't take the time to look and watch the main copy and make sure everything was okay.
Flip it, maybe he's just a massive troll and he did it on purpose.
Maybe he did it on purpose.
Maybe. My thing is, I still don't understand, like you guys said, why you wouldn't at least check out the copy prior. Man, because mistakes happen.
They
We can't, because they're gonna play the blame
Keep
game.
your porn files and everything mad separate though. Like put a separate folder.
Your car getting scratched at the parking lot, that's a mistake. You blowing the whole bumper off because you're messing with fireworks, that's way beyond mistake, man. You screwed up. You screwed up, buddy. Like, that is way beyond mistake doing what he did.
I mean, listen, we gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
We should just kill him.
No! We gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. He just might have been having a bad day. He was tired. He double-clicked the wrong file. He started burning it. He then just burned a whole bunch, because I think it was like to 90 students.
Yeah, it was a full class. It was so many students got their hands on this copy.
So many little kids just learned stuff they didn't need to know.
And it was
about.
funny, like, oh man, it probably had like a highlight reel to open it, so they didn't know exactly what they're getting. It just showed like the worst things ever. And it's like, I feel like the troll thing is a big possibility. Imagine if it was like his last day on the job and he was super pissed. He was getting fired and let go because you know what? F it. I'm sending porn to all these little kids. It's gonna be a massacre. Oh God.
You know what's funny? He probably thought it was.
He probably thought it was hilarious if he did it on purpose, but if he didn't do it on purpose, you're in a lot of trouble, man.
Man,
a lot of trouble.
When he wakes up to get those text messages, it ends it. He wakes up and he's like, hold on, why do I have so many missed calls? Like, why does the office keep calling? And he calls back like, hello? Well, hey guys, what's going on? And he's like, hey, Rusty, you know, you messed up. Could you come down here? He's like, whoa, why so hostile? Why so hostile? What's going on? And he was like, well, Rusty, you put Gangbang 5 on the graduation tape. What do you think about this? And he's like, whoa, I didn't do that. Yeah, you did, Rusty. We have 90 complaints this afternoon. He's like, well, why'd you give it out? Why didn't you watch the tape before you sent it out to the kids?
If Rusty was smart, he'd flip it and just sell them at a garage
I
sale.
was gonna say, he got 89 upset phone calls and then one saying he wants to buy more. Like, there's always that one person out there that's like, yeah, I want to buy more. Can you imagine if it was that porn that had to take place, like those teacher-student pornography? So when it starts, people actually think, oh yeah, it's in the school. Okay, we're starting there. We're getting good.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden the teacher's like,
right.
take off your skirt, Sharon. And it's like, what kind of graduation is this? What do you do with that individual though? Does he lose his job? I'm assuming he loses that job.
Well, this is my thing. I'm never for someone losing their job on a first offense or like a mistake.
It's a major offense.
I'm never for someone losing their job.
It's his third or fourth offense. Watch.
Hey,
he does this all the time.
All
What do you
I'm
think?
saying.
What do you think, Mo?
I would fire him.
You would fire him?
That is beyond that. You can't get back from that.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you
really
mean?
Can't.
It could be an honest mistake.
I mean, it could be, but that's not the kind of mistake you want to keep him around to make again.
Imagine.
But Rusty had a bad day. He was tired. I think I explained.
He could have a bad day somewhere else.
I painted the picture. He's tired. He's been, the wife and kid kept him up all night.
Watching porno.
He just tried to get to the job. He said, hey man, I just have to burn these DVDs, send them out to the school. Why didn't the principal watch it? If the school is so concerned, why didn't they check out the tapes? Thank you.
The way I look at it is that they're trusting a company. It's like when Comcast accidentally released porn during Handy Manny. You guys remember this? There was porn released during a
sounds like a
Handy
porn.
Manny segment.
What's a handy man?
Handy
It's
Manny sounds
an
like a
animated
porn.
show for kids. It's about a Hispanic guy named Manny who uses tools to fix things.
Handy
Handy
Manny.
Manny.
That sounds like
okay.
porn.
And one day, accidentally on Comcast, pornography started playing in its place.
They put in Handy
and,
Mandy.
Yep. And parents flipped. What did Comcast do? They had to fire the individual responsible for that hour, and they fired him because the company has to stay face. Because, like we said earlier in other discussions, is that no one's gonna be like, "Oh, Rusty messed up." They're gonna be like, "Comcast messed up." So whatever company he works for, sorry, Rusty, they gotta let you go because they gotta stay face.
So my big thing, every time this stuff happens, like, with a DVD or it'll splice during, the Super Bowl or whatever the heck, I'm always the guy who's like, what was the porn?
What was it?
What was the porn that played?
But why would he have the porn file next to the other file? I don't even get why you wouldn't have like an external for your porn. Like if you want to keep your porn saved, you put it on a flash drive, an external, a couple DVDs you got hidden, but you don't put them with your work. Am I wrong? You would mix it with your work?
Who saves porn anymore?
That's actually a really good
Like
question.
who saves porn?
Stream
like
it.
you have the internet. You can just go anywhere and find porn, even accidentally.
That's
why
why
are
he
you
deserves to be
saving?
He deserves to be fired.
Yes!
because he's saving porn.
Why
on
are you
his damn
saying
computer.
who watches the same porn over and over? It's like, no, man, you move on. You move on. You move on, or you get desensitized. What's wrong with
Hey
you?
man, that was his clip.
That was
his favorite.
Was that his
clip.
go home clip?
You watch it.
That was the go home.
That's
that
the
was
go
the
home
go home.
clip?
He's like, whoa, Mia Khalifa, go home.
Go home clip.
You watch it. You go home. You get really depressed at yourself. You delete it. You throw the computer out. You move on with your life. That's how porn
Exactly.
works. Why is he saving it and holding on to it? That's what I
Why?
don't understand.
I'm saying that was his go home.
Where's this regret?
You're fired, Rusty. You're fired.
Rusty? I think
It was probably like the uncle's cousin's superintendent's third niece or something. I guarantee you they literally just turned to the first person. You got this, right? And it's like the janitor, and he's like, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. And he just burned whatever. He was like, they didn't even get him the file. He's like, I gotta burn something. Gangbanger say, ship it out.
gotta burn something. At least he burned something.
At least, yeah, not his feet. At least he didn't burn his feet.